Welcome back, guys. We are continuing the series where we try and determine the most dominant, the best, the most OP, perhaps even the most broken tank, tier for tier, and we're looking at tier 4 today. We're on the World of Tanks Replays website, and we're going to do the analysis on tier 4. If you want to skip ahead to the gameplay, it starts at 3 minutes and 7 seconds in this video. We've done from tier 10 all the way down to tier 5, and due to popular demand, we're going to look at tier 4. And we're going to start with the light tanks. Thousands of replays loaded here on this website for light tanks, and we're going to sort them and see if there's any tanks that dominate the results, okay? Let's start by sorting on damage assist and see what we see. Top damage assist game, the Lux, and this is on 1.0 before the update, so there's still thousands of replays. There's just been an update, so there's not as many games to choose. PZ38T, Lux. M5, Stuart, Lux, Zalux. Am I saying it right? Cruiser, MK4, and M5 Stuart. Damage assist, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top 10 games are the Lux, the mighty Lux. And look how much damage assist he's done. That's quite a big number there. Over 5,000 damage assist, and it seems to be all on the same map. So there you go. If you wanted to have a great spotting game, that's the map, the Magic Bush. You know. Maybe I'll do a series of where you can get these massive damage assist games. But now we're sorting on damage blocked by armor, and look at these results. The top damage blocked was 1,110. The 10th highest damage blocked by armor was 444. And it was a Valentine on top. Then the AMX-40, then an AMX-40, then an AMX-40, then a Valentine, then a Valentine, then an AMX-40, then an M5 Stuart. That is surprising. That is surprising. Blocked over 500 damage by armor, M5 Stuart. And then, of course, 2 more AMX-40s. The Duck! The Duck dominates. The Duck of Death can bounce a lot of shots, but, you know, who cares? Let's look at damage done. M5A Stuart has the highest damage done game last patch with over 4,000 damage for a tier 4 light tank. Unbelievable. A PZ38T, a Cruiser MK4, a Lux, then a Valentine, then a Valentine. He also blocked quite a bit by armor there. Then a Lux, then an M5A Stuart, then another Lux, then an M5 Stuart, and then another Lux. Interesting. A little over 2,000 damage for the 10th highest damage game and over 4,000 damage for the highest damage game. Let's watch this M5A Stuart game and this PZ38. Those top 2 games, and then talk about the results a little bit more. Tier 4 light tanks. Remember, these are light tanks at tier 4. Now, as you get lower and lower in the tiers, the class of tanks kind of doesn't matter as much. As a matter of fact, when we get to tier 3 and 2, I may not even do tier 3 and 2 for all the classes because there's not heavy tanks. There's only one tier 3 heavy tank, I think, in the game. It's the Japanese one. But the top, we're looking at the the second highest damage game here right now. The PZ38, which did not dominate any of the results. It did not dominate the spotting assist. That was dominated by the Lux. Fast, has good view range. 6 out of the top 10 damage assist games were the Lux. It's probably the best spotting tier 4 light tank. Damage blocked by armor, really who cares, but it's a toss-up between the Valentine or the AMX-40. The Duck of Death. All the Duck of Death can do is block damage. It blocks a little bit of damage before it dies. The Duck of Death was nowhere to be seen in the damage dealing or the spotting or any of the important categories. But it did have 6 of the top 10 results in damage blocked by armor. So if you want a lot of people shooting at you, part of the reason is you're slow and you're easily detected as a light tank, but you will bounce a lot of shots. So if that's what turns your crank, then get yourself an AMX-40 and you can have a lot of people shooting at you. You can lead in shots taken. Shots received. The Valentine, 3 out of the top 10 in damage blocked by armor. But really, in this game, the only thing that's important is damage done. And looking at those results, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different light tanks. So nothing, there's no broken, my analysis here says, there's no broken Tier 4 light tank that dominates the results. For example, like the EBR 105 dominated the Tier 10 light tank results. 10 out of the 10 top damage games, EBR 105. Right? 10 out of the 10 spotting assist games. I'm exaggerating. You'll have to watch those videos, but almost 10 out of 10 in all the categories. It would be 10 out of 10 in damage blocked by armor if they included critical hits to the wheels that do 0. But here, 3 of the top 10 games are the M5A Stuart, which I believe, because I've played that thing and it's amazing. Little speedy thing with a fast-firing gun. 4 out of the 10 results are the Lux. We're not going to watch a Lux game because it did not finish in the top 2. We are watching now the top 2 games. And who is this guy? Who is playing the PZ38T? His name is Naro. Naro. Did I say your name right? Naro. Emperor Naro. Who, I'm watching the game here and thinking, is this the highest spotting assist game? He's driven to the middle of the map, and he's been hiding in this bush. He's finally started shooting his gun. And he's in the middle of the map shooting his gun, and no one can see him. He's got a camel netted binocs packed. He moved down here, I think, to spot, but has not, his spotting game has not worked. He's going to just start firing now. And this is very interesting because he's firing his gun, and nobody can see him because he's probably playing people that have very poor view range. And he's a professional stat padding seal clubber. This is what I'm watching the replays live with you guys. When I do these, I just watch them live. I go to the website, I sort them, and then I download the top games. And I don't have time to watch them all to come up with interesting, riveting commentary. I'm watching them live and reacting as you react. And I think what we're seeing here, just from him shooting, and no one's seen him, was he's got a great crew, and he's driving a light tank, and he's playing against people that maybe don't have great crews. That's what's going to lead to the extreme results, I think, at the lower tiers, more than the higher tiers, because at least when you get to the higher tiers, generally, the view ranges are pretty high, and the people, once they get to tier 10, have some crews that they've moved around. And I don't think you can sit in the middle of the map and shoot everyone at tier 10 without getting detected. But he's using the bushes here. He knows what he's doing. Now this little thing has a very rapid firing gun. It's kind of cool. It's fast. It's got pretty good view range. I'm surprised that it did not have more. It did not dominate in any category. It didn't dominate in spotting assist. It certainly not in damage blocked by armor. It only had 1 in the top 10. So it's not broken. It's not overpowered. It's just a nice little fun light tank that every now and then gets in a situation where he can pump someone up the ass over and over again without him noticing. And sometimes I guess the stars align, right? You are the clouds part and the sun shines down on your ass, and the matchmaker says you shall be the best player in this sea of incompetent Muppets that have no idea what to do, that are just starting the game, that have crews with 200-meter view range, and you can fight them in your crew with 468-meter view range once your binocs engage. And that's what we're going to get. He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near finished here. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies. His team is winning. But luckily, his team comprises of a clueless assortment of Muppets as well, who are all wallowing down in it. Look where they are. Look at his team. I mean, they're all driving. What are they doing? I think they're smart enough that they've got their mini-maps on, and they're driving as far away as possible from the red dots on the map. That's what they're doing. They see those red dots, and they've probably all played 1 or 2 games before. And they said, last time I played, I drove towards the red dots, and I died. So they're all driving as far as they can from the red dots on the screen. They're driving down to that little watery gully down there. There's 3 of them down there. So, Narwa, I don't know how to say your name. None of your teammates are going to hog any of the damage, is what I'm saying. Right? This is a target-rich environment for you. You can use your mobile little light tank. See, guys, the extreme results, sometimes they show you, yes, he's on a team of utter clueless Muppets. He's fighting enemies that have no view range skills, just beginners, and he's played... I don't know what this player's played. He's played lots of games. He knows what he's doing. And he's playing in a tank that has a gun that can shoot, right? So then you get this extreme result. But there's 1 out of 10 of the results are in this tank, right? So you get that, and I'd have to say this is just a good player playing against Muppets who has a team full of Muppets that none of them are shooting. And clearly in Tier 4 light tanks, we have not seen 1 broken, dominant tank. Although, I'd have to say the Lux is the dominant spotting tank. We saw 6 out of the top 10 results. If you want to be the best spot, and it has the best view range, I think. So there is that. You want to be the best spotting tank. You're certainly not going to get the highest spotting games if you play the AMX-40. You can't, right? Because you're useless. Because it's French and it's useless. At Tier 4, right? You have to wait till you get to Tier 9 and 10 to have the good French light tanks. If you want to block damage, you're going to have to play a Valentine or AMX-40. They dominate in those categories, right? Those categories are not the most important categories, so it doesn't break the game. But on damage dealing, there is no tank that completely dominates, that's completely OP, or that breaks the game. It's just any old tank with a gun will do. At Tier 4, light, look at his teammates. They're still wallowing around in the low ground there. They're having fun. They're chatting. And meanwhile, this PZ is just pumping out the shots at enemies that have no clue. No idea what to do. Just completely confused, baffled. Look at these guys. Look at these 3. What are these 3 clueless Muppets doing? They could be bots for all I know. Now, Wargaming insists there are no bots. If there's a bot, it has a semicolon in front of its name. There are bots on some servers at the low tiers to complete the matchmaking because there's not enough players playing the low tiers. But I don't see any semicolons in the names. So these players the players you are witnessing in this game are not bots. This is how they play. Hey, one of them shot. It's unbelievable. It's just, it's perfect. This guy now has smartly moved into a position where he can't get detected, even while firing. These guys are well within the maximum detection range, but they don't have the view range, right? They don't know. They just started the game. They probably have 200-meter view range. They can't even see. You didn't penetrate the armor. That's a Russian tank you're fighting. His Muppets are dying. The game is closer than I thought. Okay, he's going to use this tree. These twigs are going to conceal him. Watch, he won't get detected. Oh, he's not going to stop. I don't know why he didn't try to take a couple of shots there. He wants a better angle. He wants to make sure that he had... Look at this. This guy driving the KV-2. He's... Unbelievable. Okay, take the shots. Oh, that one didn't go through. Russia! Let's yell Russia whenever he bounces, right? Oh, he's been detected. Russia! Bounced another one. Did you press 2, so you're a better player? He's spamming APCR like a motherfucker. Here we go. Let's yell Russia. He penetrated that. Oh! Is the guy going to shoot? Yeah, he shot the ground. He's auto-aimed. He shot the ground. The skill level is very high. Oh, Russia! He bounced again. That guy thinks I'm angled perfectly. Now watch. Let him shoot the ground. Is he going to shoot the ground again? Is he? He shot. Hoo-ha! Second highest damage game. Did you see that? Just wait for the enemies to shoot the ground. Back up. Shoot the ground. And they'll finish them off. Over 3,000 damage. That's ridiculous. Now, okay, that was ridiculous. But now we're watching Goldilo. Gold. You got the name. You got the word gold in your name. Are you going to spam some gold? And he's driving the M5A Stuart, which I think is my favorite Tier 4 tank. I like this tank better than the Lux. I do. You can ram a Lux in this and do some damage. This is a fun little tank. He's pressed 2 immediately. Now, guys, he's going to do over... We've looked at the results already. He's going to do over 4,000 damage in Tier 4. He's zipped up to the hill. His team is all driving to his base. Look at his teammates. They're all trying to cap. They're driving to his base. They're look at the minimap. They've all just driven. That's hilarious. Okay, now watch this guy. He's got the fast firing gun too. Look at that. Okay, is he gonna fire back? Oh, he's not. He's decided to reverse. Why fire back when he can reverse? Look, the whole team has followed him. He's got 14 bots on his team. And what bots do is they just follow the lead player. He drove to the hill, so they all thought, let's go to the hill. The bot programs have kicked in. Oh, look at this. You know what? I've just noticed here. He's actually bottom tier. He's got very bad matchmaking. He's got some big Tier 5 tags. This guy has no idea what's going on. He still doesn't know that he has to use his mouse and press the left mouse button to fire his gun. He's not sure. He's going, which button is it? Is it this one here? Is it the Q key? The space bar? Oh, he found the right button. He actually shot. Yeah, it's the left mouse button. Daddy, I was confused. I forgot which button it was. In case you're wondering, it's the left mouse button that you use to fire your gun. This is going to be fun. The low tiers is going to be fun, guys. Now, guys, these games are from the previous patch, before 1.1, because if I did this for 1.1, there's not a lot of games yet. Okay? So I did it for the last patch because there's a full patch worth of games. There's hundreds of thousands of games. So when you sort them, you do get the extreme results. It's too early to do it for patch 1.1, but what I'll do is I'll wait a little while till the games build up in the new patch, and then I'll do Tier 3, Tier 2, and Tier 1. But I won't do every class, because when you get to Tier 3, there's simply no heavy tanks, except for one. And really, it's just, which is the best tank? We'll just do one episode. Which is the best Tier 3 tank? Then we'll do which is the best Tier 2 tank? Not class for class, but overall. Because at the low tiers, they're pretty much all light tanks / medium, right? They're all the same. So we'll do an abridged Tier 3, Tier 2, and Tier 1. In Tier 1, there's only one tank per nation. We'll do one episode. Yeah. It's going to be fun. We'll do it all the way down to freaking Tier 1. It'll be the only channel where we can watch it. The whole series from Tier 10 all the way to Tier 1. But let's enjoy watching Goldilo, who's just getting started. He's only done 2,000 damage. His whole team is on the hill. They all followed him. Luckily, they all followed him, but none of them are shooting their guns. They're all just, we won. Daddy, we won the hill. I watched the Klaus Kellerman video, and he said you should win the hill. We won the hill. What's going on now? There's a siren going off, Daddy. It's just ridiculous, right? Just ridiculous. Oh, look. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this? What is this? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a Muppet. What? It's someone who's on autopilot who's driven up here and wedged himself up against that rock. And they're all just farming him as fast as they can. Welcome to World of Tanks, low tier, where the bot programs are. There's people that are trying to grind their tanks to tier 10, and they've installed bot programs to do so, right? Let's reset. There you go. Oh, he's not in the, that's not the guy you have to reset. This is the guy you have to reset. Yeah, it's a good thing he was sitting in the open. It's a good thing he's not behind that rock that Wargaming provided in the cap, which would make him safe from being reset. Daddy, they shot me. This is unbelievable. This is ridiculous. You better go down there. Holy shit. What a game. What a game. Come on, Goldilo. Let's cheer for Goldilo. I like this guy. I like this. For some reason, I like this guy. He's playing like a boss. He's spammed APCR like a motherfucker, and he's run out now. He's just got regular ammo now. Whoa! Use your speed. Use your maneuverability. Use the fact that they're all Muppets. They don't see you. They don't know you're here. Look at this. The guy in the cap is he's unaware of the situation. What's going on? He's turning his turret. Oops. Oh, I missed. These guys, God bless them. They know enough that they knew they had to cap. They knew that was a victory requirement. The game said that if you capture the space by parking in this little circle, you win. They know that. They've progressed that far. They knew enough to know that most of the enemies were on the hill because they do have mini-maps. They have not learned yet that, well, maybe it would be safe if we hid behind this huge rock that Wargaming put in the cap. This big, massive rock that could hide my tank. Nah, let's just park over here. They haven't figured that part out yet. But they will. One day they'll figure that out. They will progress to tier 10. And they'll be on your team. All those guys. It's 1310. Is he going to get some more damage here? He's up over 4,000. Unbelievable. Goldilo. Is he going to get the shot? Yes! Where'd they go? They went back to the garage because you took them out on the battlefield. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to do medium tanks tomorrow. Look at this. Over 4,000. 4,176. 7 kills. You lost credits because you spammed APCR like a motherfucker. Join me tomorrow. We'll look at medium tanks. Leave some comments. Let me know if you enjoyed. And we'll catch... I already said it. We'll see you tomorrow.